My thing was on mute. It's okay. We got it going on now. Going with the game. We'll be bringing out the Innovate versus Frostbyte in this second semifinals matchup, as it looks like we might have a miss hit here on the ready up. So we'll be coming back at you guys in a little bit. This is, again, the second semifinals matchup. If you weren't able to catch the first one, I will be putting this all onto YouTube on my channel, the /Incline TV. You guys can also follow me on Twitter at TiltCasts for updates on other streams that are going to be coming out. It looks like we're going to be doing a restart here in just a minute as I get my monster going. Oh, good. I won a round. You can also find me casting other games such as Crossfire and Soldier Front 2 as that becomes more popular here in the near future. As well as some more Project Blackout as it comes out, and we have more tournaments going on that way. I'm going to try to cast out the IESF AVA tournament here in a week or two for OCG. We'll see if it goes. And as we ready back up again, we will be going on Midtown for this second semifinals matchup between Innovate and Frostbyte. Again, 7 rounds per half. We'll be following the defensive side on Midtown as offense can get a little confusing. Mostly I want to see Twink snipe this little cross shot he always picks. Again, the offense or the defensive lineup for Team Frostbyte is Twinks with that scope. I assume he's going to be scoping. Susan, Knock Fusdi, Tactical, and Batman. Let's call him Batman, obviously. And on the other side for Innovate, we have Genizix, Convicted, Lashed, Pebbles, and RNXD, RNZD. We'll just call him R or something. We'll find out something. Again, my name is Alan Todana. Make sure you guys give out a nice love for OCG for putting this tournament on and bringing me in to do this. And while you're at it, feel free to subscribe here for updates on some streams. I'm probably going to be doing some Borderlands too because I have been hitting up that Steam sale like it's no one's business, as my roommates would say, because they have been watching me buy games like it's no one's business. Okay, so here we go. Watching on defense here, we will be watching Susan here, who down to 1 HP already from some overnades. And we'll look at the defensive setup right now, as it looks like RNX will get the first kill over the middle of that main cafe. Susan's going to peek that and almost gets a headshot there, it looks like, as we do see Twinks. Twinks helping out as much as he possibly can through this barrel side, that shot that he always absolutely just bombs. Off the bat, though, it's going to be just down to Twinks. He has the only kill. He's going to have to get 4 more and 5-person ace this and get the defuse if you want to win this round here for the defensive side of Frostbyte. And looks like RNX did the best job he could, getting 2 kills early on, and Genix got the other 1 with Lashed getting the 4th kill right there. And it will be a plant over here. Oh, close, getting a close shot right there. 31 HP is Twinks, and he's kind of hurting himself a little bit by throwing these nades and kind of giving himself a backdoor. Oh, what a shot there by Twinks on Genix. And it's going to be trying to get into bomb site B and do what he can with his pistol. Able to get 1 shot there, but unable to finish off Lash. A absolutely huge quickscope, though, by Twinks, as usual, impressing just everybody who ever wants to try to snipe in this game. Absolutely huge. So I'll try to see and go on board Twinks and see this early pick spot that he has defensively. Unable to get the shot there. Able to get one there, though, on Pebbles. So this spot doing really well for him. I'm going to toss a little grenade here to help himself out, as there is one in the bomb site. He's looking for that headshot. There it is with that pistol. And looking for a second, unable to convert the headshot, but able to get some defensive points there done. And Susan will be helping out now, as the defensive team will be holding this off pretty well. A 2-on-1 situation for Knock Fusdi and Susan, as Susan just grenades himself. Not exactly sure what that was. So it's going to be a 1-on-1 situation. Knock Fusdi with 103 HP jumping into bomb site B here, as that is where the bomb is planted. And the first shot's down there, but Lash able to turn around and get the headshot there. Knock Fusdi blew it and is not exactly happy about that either. So not really great for Frostbyte to start off down 2-0 here on defense. Wouldn't say this is necessarily a defensive-sided map. However, definitely not exactly an offensive-sided map. especially if you can just hold your sights at the beginning of the map, as Twinks gets smoked out early. So he's going to do some grenade stuff and watch this doorway, as there is some trading going on Tactical and Genix. And this main cafe looks like it might be getting pushed here a little bit, but there are 2 players playing inside of it, as we do see them playing each register side. There's the headshot from Susan to kind of make up for that self-grenade he pulled last round. Looking for another shot here, unable to convert though, as Nakfuzdi is right here hanging out. Ooh, convicted with a headshot. It looked like maybe barely through the crack of the door. It was actually a pretty good view, seeing it from Nakfuzdi's point of view. He's probably sitting here like, oh man, that's fine. Twinks looking for quick scopes over here on the tank side by bomb site A, as he sits over here, not able to convert any shots there, as it looks like Twinks will still stay with that sniper. And looking for a shot on that tank if he can. Batman on the other side of the map with Nakfuzdi over the middle is how they will set this one up, as you can kind of see right there on the leaderboard. Batman does fall though, so bomb site B will be open, and that is where it's planted. Twinks is trying to keep this guy busy over here by the tank, and Nakfuzdi coming from behind, able to help him out. That's absolutely crucial play there. Good play there by Nakfuzdi, as he did know the bomb was planted on the other side of the map. So now a 2-on-2 situation here. And Twinks will be sitting on the backside rotate, as Nakfuzdi tries to go the long way around, trying to get some grenades in there. Convicted able to finish out Twinks. And here we go. And you can see some people trying to say some things. Tactical saying just calm down and hold some spots. And we'll see what happens. If that ends up happening to be the case. Batman was complaining earlier about how he was not able to get anything going. So we'll see if he can actually convert here. We'll jump on board with Batman and see what he's facing problems with, as he's sitting over here. It looks like on the backside of bomb site A, and he's actually going to back out and probably let them take here. It looks like maybe, as Nakfuzdi's right there, and Batman's actually going to rotate over the middle. And there he is, the shots there over the middle. Not scoping in, actually, to try to get those shots. Down to 63 HP, was able to connect a few of those shots, but not really enough of them to make too much of a difference, as now he's stuck completely out in the open. There is a headshot there on Convicted before he gets taken down by Genzix. After some more trading, we are stuck with a 2-on-3 situation, still in favor of Innovate, who is making Frostbyte not look very good right now, though Nakfuzdi getting some good shots right there on Genzix, and Twinks actually helping out with a P90 on RNX, and it's going to be a 12 HP Nakfuzdi trying to get some action on Pebbles, who is scoping. 2-on-1 situation. It looks like they might be thinking about going in and trying to do the rape train together here. Looks like maybe not. They're going to rotate back through and not stick together here. Personally, I would probably think you might just want to go just 2 at a time here, 60 and 12 HP. You could probably pull it off if you're comfortable enough with your shots, but oh, there is Twinks, seeing him over the middle connection side there. Going over towards bomb site B. Smoke going through to see if he's going to try to go through here. Looks like they're just going to kind of play this middle connector on each side right now and try to listen for some sound. They're not getting anything though, and Nakfuzdi is trying to peek a little bit. I would not exactly recommend it. I mean, you have time on your side here, a little clicking down to 1:15 on the clock right now. Again, the round is in favor of Team Innovate. They are up 3-0 for this first half of City, and it looks like bomb was planted down in bomb site A, and there's going to be a double retake here from both sides of the bomb site. Going to go both windows here. The sniper rifle is still out. Here's Twinks from the backside, unable to convert though. Nakfuzdi trying to get in there, and there is the final shots from Nakfuzdi, as Pebbles kind of backed himself into a corner there. Looked like Pebbles was not exactly happy with that, but there is the first round there, 3-1 in favor still of Innovate against Frostbyte here. Sorry, I took a little bit of breath there. As we see what the defensive setup looks like, it's a pretty passive setup, I could say, overall. Although bomb site B has pushed up considerably. First drop was over by alleyway to A, so we'll jump on with Twinks, who's probably by himself over here. Actually, Twinks is not playing bomb site A. He's sitting over here by the middle with that P90, and looks like there's a lot of trading going back and forth over that middle side. Arnex getting a double kill before he falls to Batman, who's starting to play a little bit better. Looking for a third kill. Here's Batman trying to go over the middle here. Nope, unable to connect on Pebbles. Bomb does get planted, although Twinks is able to stop that from escaping. Instead, you're going to go for the defuse right now. There are 2 players left alive, but looks like he might have time to get this because that was happening all over by bomb site A. Twinks with a little bit of a ninja a little bit. As the plant happened over by bomb site B, where there was nobody else hanging out. Now a 2-round swing, making it 3-2, still in favor of Innovate, but Frostbyte coming back and getting those 2 rounds is absolutely huge for them to make some defensive momentum happen for them here, as we will take a look over here again at the defensive setup. We got Susan in the main cafe right here. Nakfuzi is going to be sitting over by looks like storage of B, or no, the other side of main cafe ally, and there's Tactical sitting in storage of B. Batman sitting in backside of A, and Twinks also helping out over here by B, spraying through those walls whenever possible, trying to get some damage in there. So far, the only person we can see with any damage on them is Susan, down to 64, and he's sitting by the right side of this main cafe by the registers. With Nakfuzi, good headshot there, though, on RNX was Susan, who didn't lose any HP there. And we'll shut up some more Tactical, getting some action over here. Over by B, he's going to go pistol side. Ooh, I thought he had the headshot there for a second. Twinks able to help him out, though. As it is now a 5-2, 4-2 now, in favor still of Frostbyte and members for the round. Twinks is sitting over the middle there. A good spot for him to be on top of bomb site B. Susan still in the middle cafe with Nakfuzi, Tactical, and Twinks sitting by themselves. So there is nobody over by A right now. So they're going to be playing mostly off of the sound. And maybe just a plant and a retake for them, as they do have the ability to go on both sides here, be their front and back, to get back to bomb site A. But no sound being called out right now. Again, it is still a 4-on-2 situation in favor of Frostbyte, as the clock for the round gets down to 1:18. Smoke there from Twinks, as there is some action happening. Pebbles, a good shot on Twinks right there. No help right now from Tactical, as he is found by Convicted, so 2 drop right there. And there's a third Pebbles with a good headshot there on Susan. So quickly a 4-on-2 becoming a 2-on-1 in favor of Innovate. Nakfuzi does have full HP, and he did see someone jump across that window. Not sure if he noticed it completely, but he did see someone jump that way. He did. He's looking that way. Pebbles and Convicted, last 2 up there. Oh, good shot right there from Nakfuzi to knock out Pebbles with whatever health he had remaining. Looks like he's going to go for the defuse, actually, as well. Or fake it. He's going to fake it and go for the kill right here. Oh, unable to finish on Convicted, though. Convicted playing huge. Almost getting caught off guard by the little toggle play on the bomb. But Convicted staying strong, sitting at 7-2 with his score. Other scores for his team: 6-5 is RNX, Lash is 5-4, 4-5 for each Pebbles and Genezix, or Genezix, I don't know. And then on the defensive side, Susan getting a kill there on defense. Batman with another kill on defense over the middle here. Susan with another one on Pebbles, who was trying to peek that mid cafe. So good play here by Susan and Batman, who is actually sitting over a little bit pushed up by alleyway A. Looks like as now he's back into the main cafe. Nakfuzi able to get a kill over here by the alley side as well, as he's pushing up into the spawn side now. And it looks like it will be a 5-on-1 situation. Lash is the last player left alive, and they are going to push hardcore right now over towards the back side of the spawn. Lots of shots coming in. Nakfuzi lit him up completely, and they'll finish it off with Tactical, who really didn't have to put too many bullets into him. Giving another round there, a 4-3 round advantage still in favor of Innovate, but Frostbyte not going away quite yet. Those scores that I was going to go through earlier before the gunfights happened on the defensive side for Frostbyte, Twinks is leading it at 8-4. 6-5 for each Susan and Nakfuzi. Actually, 6-6 is Susan. Batman getting a kill right there to make him 4-6, and then Tactical at 3-6. So pretty even spread across the bat for both teams right now, as there's a lot of action happening over here in Tactical's direction and Twinks' direction. Tactical's going to have to rotate here. Susan falling as well, so it's just up to Batman and Tactical. Actually, not really. Tactical falling right here to Susan, and now it's just Nakfuzi against 3 more players. He did finish off 1 right there, but he's still 3 more to go here. Down to 40 HP. Bomb has been planted, so he's going to have to work his way into this middle cafe and then around into the bomb site. We'll see if he can work his way there, though, as it looks like he's in a bit of trouble trying to peek this side hall. I think he's going towards B. Yeah, okay, he's going towards B. He wasn't sure if he was going to try to go towards A for a second there, which would have been wrong, as the bomb is, as we can tell now, planted in B. Good play right there. Nakfuzi getting the balcony kill right there on Lash, who didn't expect him coming that way. And there is some play coming here in the storage area from between Nakfuzi and Arnext, who does finish Nakfuzi off there. So no clutch situation conversion for the prevalent side of Frostbyte. They are down now in rounds 5-3. Going to need to get something going here as before they switch over to the offensive side. It would be nice to have a more respectable score. A little bit closer at least, even if they do happen to lose the half. As we see Batman getting good kills there by the tank over here, and Nakfuzi with a good nade, and actually some more action here. Batman does fall to Lash, who snuck his way into the bomb site. No plant quite yet, as Nakfuzi is able to finish it off. Help from Susan as well over the middle side here, so a good hold right there of bomb site A. And it looks like bomb site B might be getting some pressure right now as well. And there it is. Yeah, Tactical finishing off RNX, who was close to being in the bomb site there, hanging out by the barrels in that storage area. So a good round there, and just like that, we do see a 5-4 score. And it could be just about anybody's game at this point after a good, solid, strong early round hold. After all that pressure was coming in from Innovate. I would say offensively that's a smart way to go. I mean, you've had some success playing it slow. You've had some success moving kind of medium pace. Why not try going kind of quicker? Without Batman playing very well right there, that would have been a totally different round. But Batman played absolutely huge and had a lot of help from both Twinks and Susan, who had quick rotates there. Nakfuzi and Tactical also putting in their 2 cents while defending that bomb site, as we did see that happen right there. So Twinks will be spraying through that side paneling right by where bomb site B would be. Susan's hanging out by the middle. Nakfuzi going to take a peek over here at where that sniper is able to get the headshot on Pebbles. Huge shots there. Tactical does get traded after getting a headshot of his own, and Lash will take him out for his trouble right there. Batman kind of dancing back and forth, and now we'll try to get on board with the map just to see what's going on. A rotate right now from Susan all the way through the spawn point back over towards B side. Unable to see anything at the moment, but lots of action happening over the middle again as Nakfuzi getting in a gunfight with Arnext, who actually had the first like 8 to 9 shots on him, but couldn't convert as Nakfuzi turned around to 180 and finished him off. Twinks helping out in the bomb site itself to get convicted now, making it a 5-5 round tie for this first half of our second semifinal matchup. Winnel will go on to play the champion from the other side of the bracket, which was Team Air, who had an impressive 14-10 total victory against Team Forward VS, who had VS looked like they had a very strong start, but the comeback kids and Team Air kept coming from behind to win out halves and get some big round momentums to help them out to finish off both halves 7-5 each. As it looks like there will be a push right here into Batman's face, and he will finish them there and not losing too much HP as well, sitting here with 86 health. A 5-on-4 situation, as that was the first kill of the round. Pebbles might still be sniping over here, so Batman should be careful. Twinks is in a little bit of an elevated spot over the bomb site of B, which will give him a nice close-up action. Susan will be middle of the cafe, I think, by himself. No, he will have help from Nakfuzi, who's watching that staircase, which, you know, his teammate's sitting right there by the alleyway. I think that is Twinks. No, it's actually Tactical, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was Tactical, who's spraying his way in, who sees 3 people coming through storage way of B, so it's going to be Twinks having a lot of action here. We'll jump on board with him if they do pop into bomb site B. If they don't check this, Nakfuzi getting some action of his own. There's good shots by Twinks. Looking for a second. There's a second from Twinks. Looking for a third. Unable to finish the third, but Batman there for some help from the side door, making it 6-5 now finally in favor of Frostbyte, who came from behind here. They've been down all this whole match up until just now.
Fire in the hole. Fire in the hole.
Maybe someone is questioning Twinks on his possible potentially boosting, but he's saying he got there by himself. I believe him, as he looks like he will be playing down low this time, and probably just playing in coordination to someone complaining about that spot, maybe. Either way, some nades and smokes coming into the backside of bomb site B storage. Tactical is right there to kind of help out when needed, as we do see, where is Twinks? There's Twinks shooting from the balcony awnings right now. Not able to see anything as nothing is actually happening. Tactical is going to creep up to try to play that, as Batman will be playing inside the barrel side of bomb site A, as we do see him trying to peek that corner right there. So a little bit of a risky spot. Pebbles is still sniping, as we heard from last round. I don't think he's changed. So we'll be looking at this middle cafe right now between Nakfuzi, who's getting some shots over here with the help of Susan, who's no one's able to really finish it off. A good nade right there to kind of play back and get them a reload, and also reposition themselves a little bit so they're not caught in the same spot twice. Nakfuzi will rotate and try to get some headshot shots off on that upper staircase area by bomb site A, and then rotate back. So good play right there. If you kind of notice, there's somebody who's watching, trying to see what's going on between these two players of Nakfuzi and Susan. They're both playing the same essential location. Susan's kind of playing this corner a little bit more now, as they do know where they are both sitting. But the cool thing about that spot was that both of them were playing that same doorway from two different perspectives, both up close and far, as we did see Susan getting a headshot there on our next, who wanted to take a peek to see what was going on in there. And they were playing really well to kind of trade back and forth gunfire, keeping the offense a little confused on where to shoot, as we do see a lot of trading going on over by bomb site A still. And there's Batman falling to Convicted, as Convicted is going absolutely huge right now. Susan, the last player alive, will jump on board with him right now. It is 3 on 1. Bomb planted over here by bomb site B, which is where Susan is. So he'll have to take a look around towards the setup of the cafe and then come back around. He does see good shots right there on Genzix, but not able to turn around and get Convicted, who was sitting right on top of the stairs. 6-6, round tie. This one will decide the first half. Either way, even if one team or the other does not win this round, it's not the end of the world, as anything can happen in this next half. But this is definitely a close game that we wanted to see, and expected to see for that matter, between Innovate and Frostbyte, two very established and well-known teams. Twinks getting shot for his trouble for peeking by Genesix. I'm not exactly sure where Genesix was. Might have just peeked that staircase, as Twinks is trying to peek around there. Tactical's going to help out over here by bomb site B with, it looks like, not Susan. No, it was Susan. Maybe Susan? I can't tell. Wish we had a little bit of an upward spectate. Nakfuzi will be in here with them. Okay, Nakfuzi will be playing the storage inside. Tactical watching the outside. Same doorway, though. Again, you can kind of see the same situation that Susan and him had earlier. Looks like Susan will still be sitting here outside this main cafe, as there's a trade going on the other side. Arnex actually getting a really lucky off on Susan there. I'm not exactly sure where that landed. It might have landed midair over the top of the building. Nakfuzi unable to get the shots on Arnex, although because Arnex got the first shots on him. Leaving it up to Tactical to finish off a 1v4 situation with the bomb down in bomb site A, as we see him going in towards Club Serendipity here. Oh, good shot there by Tactical. Headshot from a distance. Now going to play up close against the register here against Convicted, unable to do it. So that will be Innovate taking that first half 7-5. A very strong half. You can kind of see the scores as they go through here. 14-7 was Convicted on top. I couldn't see who was on the other side, who was up top. But a very, very good half. 7-5 in favor of Innovate. We are going to switch sides and get the second half coming out to you guys. Just a brief moment. I'm going to take a second to kind of breathe a little bit, as we are continuing to see nothing but non-stop action through and through from both teams. Again, we are looking at Midtown, second match of the semifinals. Winner will go on to face Team Air in the finals. I'm sure Team Air is watching right now, trying to bone up on what they can do against both of these teams. If they're not, they should be. We'll be back on defense again, now this time with Team Innovate, as we are actually waiting for, I think, Pebbles to come back in. Pebbles not playing. No, Pebbles is no longer playing. We have Avex jumping in, subbing out for this defensive side. Maybe they're not going to go with the defensive scope, or maybe they just needed a switch. Either way. As soon as we're all ready up, we'll jump right back in. It looks like that is right now. So here we go. Second half of the second matchup in the semifinals. Midtown is the map. Innovate is the team we are going to be on board with. And, Frostbyte will be the offensive team. They lost the first half at a score of 6-7 or 7-6, depending on how you want to look at it. So Innovate's going to need to win out this entire side of the map to get this one for sure in their bag. And again, they will be on defense this side. Jump back in the game here. I'll get a quick breath before we start up once more. Hello, how's it going?
Okay, let's go. Fire in the hole.
Take a look at the map, see what they have to set up going up here. A lot of action off the bat here from Arnex up the middle. He actually does end up falling, but getting a kill up the middle in that main cafe. Another kill there. Twinks actually scoping. Now we'll get off the map so we can see what's going on. Twinks with another quick scope there. Oh boy. Twinks going absolute ham in this middle cafeteria. We'll see if that continues to be a problem. for the defensive side of Innovate, the last thing they want to do is give up that mid cafe, but at the same time, the other last thing you want to do is have two players fall to the quick scope of Twinks. So we'll try to jump on board someone who's playing that mid cafe and see how they decide to play it. Looks like they're actually going to avoid playing it this time. Convicted will kind of dance. They're going to play on the outside of it this time through. Kind of just watch from the bomb site side of things. Arnix getting a headshot there onto Batman, who gets traded by Susan. So a quick 4-4 swap out right now, member-wise, on this the second half of Midtown. Convicted will try to peek this middle doorway. He's either got to sit there or keep dancing back and forth, one of the two. He's not sure how he's going to make up his mind right now. Twinks is still alive after getting those two absolutely ridiculously quick scopes throughout that middle doorway. So we'll see how Convicted decides to play this. You obviously don't want to keep giving up kills to Twinks over the middle here, but at the same time, like I said before, you do not want to give up this cafe, as it is the big connecting piece between both bomb sites, as is just about every midsection and every map in Project Blackout here. But we'll see exactly how Convicted tries to play this. Stay on board with him. It's a 4-on-4 situation still. Just under 2 minutes on the clock left, so just about a minute over on this second round here. Take a look at the defensive setup. We do see a 2-1-1, or really just kind of a 2-2 right now, as the forward part of the cafe is pushed up on the B side of things, as to be expected. And there is Twinks with that quick scope. That's what we expect. Avex trying to get some shots over by the A side, but now he's going to have to watch that middle because all of his teammates are completely out to dry. It looks like they have rotated back a little bit yet. Genix is going to be playing a little bit further back, and Lash trying to get back to this mid cafe. And again, Twinks still getting shots through that middle cafe area, and it will be bomb site A that's going to get pushed. Bomb is down. Susan getting some shots right there on Lash. Genix getting an overnade though on Tactical. 3-on-1 situation. Genizik's going to have to get 4 total kills this round and a bomb defused in order to clutch, and he's going to go the far way around and try to work his way back in. So we'll see how he decides to play this. He's going to be making a lot of noise this way. He is starting to walk right now. He does see somebody in the distance. Not taking any shots, though. There are the shots, and that's going to pretty much be it for him, as he's now going to be cornered in this doorway from about 3 different viewpoints. He's able to sneak in, though, but the bomb is probably viewed from outside the bomb site, as we would expect, and that's exactly what's happening, as there is Nakfuzdi to finish him off from a distance. Twinks is right there to help out if needed. So that's 2 rounds right there in favor of Frostbyte off the bat for their offensive side. I would say mostly a lot of this has to be just in the backbone of both Susan and Twinks. As you can see, they're both 4-0 and 3-0. Twinks with the 4 kills, Susan with the 3, and then 1 kill for each Nakfuzi, Tactical, and Batman. So overall, pretty good spread right now. Obviously, the rotating points that Twinks is picking from the middle is going to obviously get him more kills with that sniper rifle, and Susan kind of playing a support role over the middle as well, helping him get some kills throughout that middle, and that looked like it was on the B side of the map. It looks like they're kind of playing differently each time. So see how it goes. Again, we'll look at the rotation here from the defensive side of not Vu, I don't know what that was. 2 players playing over by B, 1 over the middle by that balcony side, by that middle strip between the main cafe and B. 1 playing in that main cafe, and then 1 player playing in bomb site A, which is Arnix that we're looking at right now. Genix will be playing that side corner. Convicted inside. Lashed will be playing inside storage B. And Avex will be playing on that balcony right by the mid cafe. So a lot of interesting spots being played, a lot of close quarter spots being played, as Arnix is looking to probably try to get a few shots here over these boxes on bomb site A. Good overnade, so that one almost went right into him, actually. And there's some shots pre-fire gone over there, almost connected with him as well. So Arnix kind of backing himself in the corner. He's literally right on top of the bomb site, as he's going to try to get some shots here. He ends up taking a little bit of damage himself, down to 77. Let's see if the rotate happens. Yeah, it looks like there's a rotate coming across the bat, as we see some coming from the backside. Convicted helping out from the middle as well. And here's Lashed, actually, from the back side of the map, all the way by the back alley, by the spawn point for the offensive spawn point. Avex also helping out by the telephone booth over here by the middle section. It's going to be a full flank rotate here, as there is a lot of trading action going on. Avex losing his life, but not to any remorse, as Batman and Nakfuzi help out and trade out 2 for his 1 death. Now just Nakfuzi will be the last player left offensively, able to take out Arnix as well, so actually a 1-on-2 situation. Last and Genizik's going to be helping out here. Some gunfire going into bomb site A. Bomb has been planted, as you hear my echo of the bomb, the actual voice timer in the game. Lots of shots from Genizik's going in. He's probably a little frustrated that he's not dead yet, and there is the final headshot there as he jumps through the window to finish him off. So 3 rounds, not exactly what's going to be happening for the squad of Frostbyte. 1 round there, much needed round actually, going for Innovate there on defense. See if they can kind of switch things around here and make this a 2-2 round total. Again, a lot of back and forth happening on the first half of the map. Frostbyte had a slow start on defense. Ended up coming back into it, though, as we do see some action happening towards the upper B-side area of the map right now. Not a lot, as we did hear some just easy gunfire. Nades coming over from the A side of the map. We'll kind of jump over there, where it is Vex sitting over on top of the cafe balcony in the middle. Arnex is playing up close to the staircase. We'll stay on board with him and see if he gets any close quarters battles. And it looks like he will actually have to move, as a nade dropped almost right on his feet. Took almost half HP damage for that. Twink's able to get the first actual kill of the round on Genesix with that sniper rifle. Vex helping out and getting a kill of his own, though, as there's a lot of action happening through the side doors over here. Look at this. This gunfire coming through these side panels all over the place. Vex a good spot, though. Able to watch that window jump. Able to help out over here with Lash, who eventually does fall. Vex with 1 HP, though, making his health worth it as he finishes off Noctfuji with a headshot there as well. So it's going to be a one-person clutch situation for Twinks against 3 players. And Vex will again get another headshot, so 1 HP, making it worthwhile. Finishing off 2 players, getting 3 kills that round, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, let's go.
Tying this now up 2 rounds apiece. And again, some early gunfire happening over here at bomb site B, as they are able to take that area pretty quickly. So we'll get on board with the Vex, who does fall here. It's going to be a pretty bad rotate situation for Convicted and Arnex. We'll see what he can pull. Arnex with a good shot from the distance, but watch out, Twinks is right there with that scope. You can hear him. Convicted coming the long way around as well, trying to get all the way from that back alley. It might be a little too long for him to come that way, especially if he's going to shift walk the whole way. Arnex is going to need some help here. It is a 2-on-3 still. It was a 2-on-4, now a 2-on-3. Some helpful defensive smoke there, as Arnex able to get some shots on Batman, unable to finish him off, though. Convicted trying to spray all over the place. Unable to connect any real shots, though, right now, as he continues to try to fight through this panel. Not exactly the smartest choice, as Twinks and Batman are right there to finish him off. 3-2 in favor of Frostbyte are the rounds. That round was over in just about a little over a minute, so a quick play there from Frostbyte. Not sure the defense is really quite ready for that. See how they adjusted. They're actually going to send 3 players to bomb site B and actually get lashed in there much quicker than they did before and actually push really aggressively. Well, this will be interesting. Arnex getting a lot of pressure, though, on his side of the cafe, and it looks like it's going to be a full flank maybe. 2 players coming through here. Lash and Vex will be coming from the middle there, trying to get some headshots there. There is 1. Naked maybe 2. No, Lash unable to get that second one, but that's okay. Vex comes through and gets Noctfuji. But Noctfuji does get a little bit of a martyrdom grenade there as he tossed it right before he passed. And it's going to be a 2-on-2 situation. Bomb is down, though, for Frostbyte. Another fast play on the other side of the map. So I would say a pretty smart play defensively to try to push that B side that got pushed hard last round. Try to catch the offense off guard. However, the offense decided to pull a floop and go the opposite way. Twinks is right there, obviously going to hit that shot on Genesix, who tried to peek the long-distance corner shot. No thank you, says Twinks, as he goes 8-2 at that kill. Pretty much saying, if you can kill me, you'll win a round on defense, as it is 4-2 in favor of rounds as well for Frostbyte. Kind of looking at some more scores for Frostbyte on offense. Noctfuji at 6-5, Tactical 4-5, with Batman as well at 4-5. Susan at 3-2, so everyone pulling almost positive or even. On the flip side of things over here on defense, excuse me, we see Lashed 6-5, 5-5, and the even trade is a Vex. Convicted going 4-5 right now after that first headshot there on Tactical for the start of the round. RNX 3-5 and Genesix 2-5. So still pretty even scores across the bat. The 4-2 round total isn't exactly the most representative of how the matches are going. They have all been pretty close rounds. As Arnex is getting pretty trigger happy here against the sniper rifle of Twinks over the middle cafe. Gutsy play, that's for sure. He's eventually going to back up and sit over by the menu boards here by this cast register. And all is quiet on the Western Front. So after 2 very aggressive plays by the offensive squad of Frostbyte, they are now playing this very passively as we see a 2-2-1 split happening. Pretty much what this is saying, if they can get the bomb site A and you have Twinks cover that middle rotation, it's a 1-on-5 situation for, who is it over here? Convicted, pretty much by himself. Especially if they can't get through that main cafe, which it looks like they're not going to be able to. They're going to have to rotate all the way through. You do see here is a flanking push. We'll stay on board with Vex. and Lash as they are coming from the backside. Twink's able to actually gets followed right there by Genesix, and there is Lash helping out against Susan. So this is a good flank right now, although it is noted as Batman's right there. Is he gonna go for a knife? Or no, that was a Vex in front of him. I thought it was a knife situation. I was getting a little worried for a second. A lot of overall trading happening in front of this flanking, though, as it is now a 2-on-1 situation. Still in favor of Innovate, but Nakfuzi is the last player alive for Frostbyte. The bomb has been planted. And it'll be planted in B, so it's going to be a quick dash over and around. It's going to be a 2-player swing, as it will be a front-to-back attack here. Lash is waiting for a call, I think, from a Vex. And it looks like now they were finally pushed together and try to get into the bomb site here, as you can see how closely knit they are together. Vex is playing right by the bomb site where he is, and here's Lash from behind. A good, solid double take there to play that good crossfire spot between Vex and Lash to able to get that round for them. So now 4-3 in the rounds. Very smart play there from Lash to wait for his teammate to get in a better spot to get a crossfire with him, which is exactly what happened. It was pitch perfect. And how they decided to play that one. If you were to write a book on double takes of bomb sites, that would be exactly how you write it, that's for sure. So good play there, making it 4-3 again in round. Still in favor of Frostbyte, though. Convicted getting the first kill of the round, trying to hold his way as much as he possibly can over there. Over by storage side of A. Bomb site has been completely pushed now. And it's going to be a tough retake right now for the defense, and they are spread a little bit thin, especially with Twinks finishing that one off. Lash was there to try to help out as much as possible, unable to finish, though. You can kind of see a sporadic play right now. 3 players trying to jump in here. We'll jump up more to the Vex, who's closest to the action, and it's actually a Vex and Lash who are trying to take some self-gain damage. Unable to get out. Looked like a little bit of a bait there from a Vex. Not that it really made too much of a difference, as Tactical gets him as he jumps down from the staircase. 5-3 in favor of Frostbyte, and if they can happen to pull this one out in any score besides 7-6, they will take the map, as the first one was 7-6 in favor of Innovate. Although, it's never going to be that easy, as there's a lot of gunfire happening over here by the storage side of B, and there's a lot of damage coming out from both sides. Trying to get on someone who's on board there. Lash falls the Tactical pretty quickly, so it's going to be our next to last, the next player alive inside bomb site, but he drops as well. Frostbyte's going to have a very good, easy take here of B. A good nade here on Convicted, who had to fall back pretty far to get away from that blast radius. And Vex is going to try to go all the way around the spawn side of the offense to get in there, as the Convicted didn't really have too much of a shot there, fighting uphill and against a barrier on Susan, who gets the headshot on him. And that is Twinks finishing off of Vex. 6-3 now in favor of rounds for Frostbyte. They can pull out a win in the next 3 rounds. They will have a victory on this map, and they'll be moving on to the finals, where they would play Team Air, who is probably eagerly awaiting the winner of this matchup. Again, this is the second semifinal matchup. 7-5 was the map total, or 14-10, sorry, with 7-5 on each half of the map. So lots of early trading in the middle here. Before I get myself too caught up in what happened previously, what's happening now. Finishing off with a 2-on-2 situation, but still lots of grenades and frags happening throughout that middle cafe, making the name Midtown seem pretty noteworthy, as it's been a lot of action throughout the middle right here. Bomb has been planted over by bomb site B, is Convicted, tries to get some shots there, unable to get anything connect, though, as it does clear some space up for Vec to move through this little alleyway. But Convicted's going to have to move pretty quickly to get in here. This is a huge round for them. Obviously, they would need to win this to stay in the running, and they know it. And here is the play from the backside of the storage area. There is one player here in the bombs, in the shelter area. Vec's trying to get in, unable to do so. Nakfuzi able to drop him, but here's the last play. Nakfuzi getting a double kill right there, finishing it off. 7-3 there in favor of Frostbyte, giving them the GG and win on Midtown against the formidable Innovate team, who for a while was kind of tossing around Frostbyte. Unable to finish off, though, was Innovate. They will fall to the squad of Twinks, Susan, Nakfuzi, Tactical, and Batman. So that's what we'll see in the finals coming up here. We will find Team Air going up against Frostbyte for the OCG Tournament Championship. I will take a quick break. Make sure you get everyone, whoever you know who plays the game, on the stream to watch. You don't want to miss this one, that's for sure. Again, my name is Alan Tilt Donofrio, casting this one out for OCG. You can find me on Twitter at TiltCasts, or find me by subscribing here, or go on YouTube. This will definitely be brought back up later if you want to go back and study and see what I got to capture. If you're playing, then hey, why don't you go ahead and check that out. Feel free to subscribe to that channel as well. And make sure you guys give a lot of love to the OCG staff, especially Kendall, who's been working really hard to make this tournament happen. take a quick break, and we'll be right back in for the finals between Air and Frostbyte. Stick with us.